Okay, now you should be able to hear me better. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Dr. Faye, and welcome again to Fresh Start Webinars. Fresh Start Webinars is a birth child of mine that I truly believe that God has placed in my heart this burning desire to see people succeed in business and online businesses as well as offline businesses. And so through much prayer and just connecting with some people that are just absolutely phenomenal human beings that have empowered me enough. Okay, yeah, yeah. We got some feedback there, but listen, but connecting with people who have just been absolutely phenomenal, that have empowered me and have embraced me and allowed me to stretch out and to advance. Now, normally what I like to do is to be live on camera for you, but my camera is, I don't know what's wrong with it. It is really not doing very well right now. So anyway, we will keep treading along because we know it is important that we do get this done. Amen. It's about getting it done, taking massive imperfect action. That really empowered me when I heard that phraseology. But First Start Webinars, again, is a birth child that evolved out of many years of helping people to start businesses, whether online or offline. Typically it was offline because we did not have this tool. I did not have this webinar tool to reach the masses of people around the world. And now, from any office USA, any office globally, we can actually bring webinars and the power of the brand to you right where you are. Stay-at-home moms, local business men and women. Some businesses, I noticed local businesses that have dried up because they didn't know how to take their businesses online. So for you, this will help you as well. Right here on Fresh Start Webinar. And as you can see, that we have Fresh Start Webinars and showing you that people can actually engage as we share this good news about how to get your business up and going. So a little bit more about me. I'm Faye Wilson, or AKA Dr. Faye, and you can Google that online and hopefully bring up some good stuff. But anyway, we've got our LinkedIn profile. We've been online for some time. We have a Blog Talk Radio program that we use for ministry and also for sharing products and services. And we have a couple more broadcasts that will be launching in about a month or so, and where you will be able to start on your own and share your product or services and get some additional exposure, some different marketing. You know, you can't ever over market your product. And I remember a few years ago, I met a gentleman by the name of Sam Bell. Hi, Sam. And Sam was so instrumental in helping me to get my business going online because I did not know how to build a website. I did not know how. I didn't understand social media that much. I really didn't. I thought Facebook was, you know, people just hanging out and chatting and, you know, not really. And in those days, which, you know, wasn't that long ago, in those days, that's exactly what people were doing. They were just kind of hanging out and just sharing lunch online. And then it evolved to the point where it wasn't just about connecting with your family and friends. Now it is a major metropolis online, you know, being massive in its outreach. So now we've learned how to do that. But Sam taught me a lot at that time, and taught me about, you know, how to upload my websites until I came to the place I didn't realize that I had become a teacher, that I had become a coach for people online, because I was thinking that I didn't know that much. And then with my connections with the geek world, I began to develop some skills that now I can help other people build websites. I help churches build websites. I help individuals and friends and families get their business online, expand their online presence. So we have built out a brand with a label of business building, branding, and broadcasting, which I think is phenomenal. Well, then it's one of my birth childs by the grace of God. But I think it's phenomenal that we get to help you build a business building, we help you brand it, and we help you broadcast it, because all of these tools have to work together. But we also help you to discover your true calling, if you will, or your niche in life, your zone, your space. What is really you? And that in itself is a discovery. And we have been empowered enough to help people get off the treadmill, of the hamster treadmill, if you will, going nowhere fast, and get on a path of results and being result oriented. So therefore, it brings me, and thus it brings me to this space tonight, and a little bit more about me, and hopefully we won't be here a long time, but we'll be here long enough for me to share what I came here to share with you. And thank God for you being here. I really do appreciate your taking the time to be a part of this webinar tonight. A little bit about me. Those of you who know Dr. Faye online, you know that I am a Christian, and I'm a native Arkansan. I'm a speaker, a radio talk show host, and a former television talk show host. So that's fun. I love it. And an entrepreneur. As one of 13 children, my parents had little time or knowledge to teach me about mastering money. But my goodness, they taught me things that I don't really believe they understood what they were teaching me. Neither one of them had a high school education. So, of course, they pressed education in us. It was, I mean, you know, it was, you were going to school. You were going to get a high school diploma, you know, and my dad spoke of college a lot. You know, he didn't get to graduate from high school. He didn't get to go to college, but he was an entrepreneur. He didn't even know the word, but that's what he was. His father, his grandfather was, not his father so much, but his grandfather was an entrepreneur. His great-grandfather was an entrepreneur. And just coming out of that whole thing of slavery mentality into a place that they realized they had creative powers, you know, gifts that had been born in them, and they were able to use those gifts to monetize those gifts. They could keep in mind, monetize the gift, monetize the gift. They were able to monetize those gifts and were able to feed their families and be very, my great grandfather became an icon of his community because he diversified his assets and knew how to make money. I was taught to go to school and get a good education, like many of us were. And it's not a bad thing, right? It's not a bad thing. But we've learned through time that just because you're educated doesn't mean that you know how to master money. For many people, money is still mastering them. They have more month at the end of the money than money at the end of the month. And I can say that again. It's kind of a tongue twister. They have more month at the end of the money than money at the end of the month. So a lot of people really don't know how to master money and how to build businesses and how to sustain themselves, how to monetize their gifts and talents. So Fresh Start webinars will enlighten you and to help you do that. And we won't always meet this time of night, but we just had so many other webinars and things to do before this one. But, you know, you guys just hang in there because we're going to bring you some information and some education that will help you, empower you. We won't spend a lot of time trying to sell you something, but there are products for sale, but nothing for sale that we're not using or we didn't create. Well, I did everything that my parents wanted me to do. I went to school. I got a good education so I could get a good job. You know, we were taught that because that's the industrial age. That's the mentality. That is what we were taught. But I still had no knowledge of universal laws pertaining to how to get wealth. I didn't know that. The word wealth wasn't like it's an everyday part of our English vocabulary, you know, growing up. It just wasn't. Financial capacity and fiduciary responsibility and all those kinds of things were not even stewardship was part of our daily vernacular. But thank God that we grow and we learn and we expand. One thing I did know for sure is that God had everything. I was still foggy over whether or not he would give it to me. And maybe you are too, but I knew that God had everything. And I began my entrepreneurship at a very early age. Yeah, that's true. At the age of 6. And let me tell you what I did. I sold fruit from my grandmother's backyard. I would pick apples and pears and peaches and whatever she had that was seasonal. I would pick up pecans or whatever, wherever you live, depends, potatoes. But I would pick up those, whatever I could, because there were so many seniors around in the neighborhood, and I could go and take gallon buckets of fruit and whatever to them, and they would buy it from me, like, you know, a little bit of money. And I had this piggy bank that my grandmother had, and she gave it to me because she knew I just wanted to save money. But my money had no purpose. I just knew she taught me about save your money, baby, save your money. And I would put it in this piggy bank and wanted to save it and make sure that I had this insatiable drive to just save money. That was when I was a child. I saw an opportunity. If I saw an opportunity to make money, I was allowed to explore it to a point. except for the time I sold old newspapers that my grandmother brought home because she was working. Her job that she had was cleaning other people's homes. That's what she did. And she knew how to do a good job of it as well. Except for when I sold those old newspapers and to my grandmother's friends and the neighbors and the community, by the time I got back home, my newspaper route, this old newspaper route, well, my grandmother had received a phone call that, hey, your granddaughter came over here and sold me a paper that was 2 weeks old. Well, I didn't know. Forgive me. I was 6 years old, lighting up on me. So why are you out there selling old newspaper? Well, you know what? I was innovative, creative. I was doing something that a lot of people just wouldn't have had the nerve to do. But I was out there and I was doing it. And thank God that that gave me, I guess, boldness. It gave me insight to get started at such an early age. So I've been blessed to work in several niches, and each of them have been engines to lead me to the next thing in my life. I have made some life-altering discoveries. I needed a mentor. I needed a coach. I needed a consultant. I'm telling you, everything I've learned, I did not learn without somebody influencing me, somebody bringing me the bread, and somebody is bringing me the word on it, bringing me substance, bringing me something that would enlighten me and stretch my mind. And one thing I learned about even the mind, God has built us in such a way that once our minds stretch, we never go back to that original state. We are resilient in our nature. We're stronger than we've ever realized we were. And we have the ability to be more than conquerors. And I've learned through life that everybody needs somebody, that iron sharpens irons, and a multitude of counselors are safety. When you put good people around you and stay away from the toxic relationships, your life can't help but to thrive. It's like a seed that the farmer plants in the ground. And I have some friends who are, I call them corporate farmers. They're Wall Streets in the field. And I've learned so much in the past year or so from them about seed time and harvest. When you put something in the good ground, and you fertilize it, you watch over it, it is going to grow. It has to, because you're doing all the right things. You're nourishing it, you're watching it, you're monitoring it, and it will grow. So I've been really blessed to be able to connect with people like, just several names I could name that have been mentors and coaches and consultants to me, and still to this day. Some of them I don't even know personally. A mentor can mentor you and they never even know you, but you're listening to what they say. You're watching their movements through their writings and through their public engagements. You're watching their lives online, and the internet makes it even more easier to connect with people and find good resources now because of the availability and with the click of a mouse, we can go around the world. True. And so those things that I have found in other people, I've been blessed to now be that for other people. Isn't that something? I had to first receive it before I can give away. You can't give away what you don't possess. The best teachers are those who do not try to reinvent the wheel. There are people that realize that there's something great going on around them, and they learn how they can tap into it, and they repurpose or rebrand that idea and product and service to increase their brand awareness for themselves. They know how to take a thought, an idea, and they know how to get other people to engage in it, because they have learned through life that if it's good, why mess with it, right? If it's not broke, don't try to fix it. Just make it in such a way that it becomes your own. You'll hear a lot of that in internet marketing and online business advertising. You will find out that there's certain languages, a certain language, a certain lingo that is common among entrepreneurs, under those who have the spirit of creativity, and they are sharing this language with each other. They are entrepreneurs, they're on fire. They know that you can't give it away if you don't possess it. They know that you got to repurpose, rebrand a product, make it your own. Once you make it your own, it is yours. You can relabel it, repackage it, and then ship it out. But you've got to know how to do that. There is a technique to that, and there's an association that I have that really is excellent in that path. And those are the types of things that I will reveal to you during Fresh Start webinars. We'll bring products and services that would allow you to engage and to help you to boost your businesses and your sales. So anyway, moving right along here. Even though I did not write the Bible, I have made it my own. I see through its teachings that God has always wanted to prosper his people. Poverty does not please God. You're being broke is not a blessing. God is not putting some curse on you to make you more aware. That is a lie. Jesus redeemed us completely from curses in order that we can experience heaven on earth. And that's the truth. So I want to share these things with you because I know that there are many of you out there that have been hurting. You've been struggling with your businesses. You've been struggling in your lives. You've been struggling on your job. But I'm going to tell you, there comes a day that all of that has to stop. All of that will cease. And I honestly wish my camera was working so that you didn't have to just stare at this, this picture here. But for some reason, it's just all foggy tonight. But we're just not going to worry about that. We're just going to keep on moving it along. So there's some people that I have been connected with for a very long time, and some of them have written some recommendations for those of you who don't know me. And and I'm looking at the slides now, and those slides did not come through well at all. They were there and now they just disappeared for some reason. I don't know why. That information is not even there. But let's take a look at those that are there. Miss Bernadette, she is works with the Peace Corps, and so she said, these are just people who I've connected with and have done some business with them over time. And I'm just letting you see that I didn't just get started in business. And these are just a handful of people, because there's hundreds and hundreds of people that can give you testimony in our relationship and business and what we've done. And, and I appreciate them writing, just putting that information out there for you more than for myself. And I suppose it was for me as well. And I just wanted to show you some of those slides of people that have submitted some recommendations for me and were able to, just share some information about their experience in working with me. One of the things that I did want to share with you tonight, and this is a very short webinar. It's too late to try to keep you here an hour, and I'm not going to do that. I don't know if you would stay, but if you did, you would be very kind. But it's a very short webinar. But I wanted to bring to your awareness the need for coaching, mentoring. If you're struggling, really struggling in your business, I mean, my heart goes out to you because I know where that place is. I really know that place all too well. Maybe it's in affiliate marketing and you just can't seem to get that first sale done. Maybe you've been trying to build you've just been trying to build an online presence. I don't know what it is. And there's so many products out there. God knows I have spent so much money just on purchasing products that are on the shelf. And maybe you have some of those as well. But there comes a moment in life that if you endure, if you continue, that you have a drive. I've met people who said, well, Dr. Faye, I'm a real estate investor, but I've been in this business for 2 and 3 years and I've not made any money. Well, we're not an investor until we invest, right? We can't even claim the title, but I understand what they're saying. They saw the shiny thing, they wanted to get out there and they wanted to make some money, but it didn't happen. Or they saw a product that came through on the internet, or maybe you connected with somebody and you saw this product and you said, oh boy, this is really great, but I really can't afford it. Or I just bought it, but I really couldn't get really into it. There are some great marketers online. God bless them. They're a lot better at this craft than I am. I am just a real person that have some real experience and have some serious product that I work with that I wanted to share with people that I feel that I connect with. Now, I'm not called to help everybody, but I'm called to help somebody. I can help somebody, but I can't help everybody. But I will make these products and services available to those people that feel the need for them, And again, I don't try to push anything down anybody's throat or use any tactics underhandedly. I believe in operating in integrity. If I don't know that it is working, then I can't service it. I really can't, even if I bought it and it didn't work for me the way I felt that it would. I don't want to offer it to people. I don't have the heart for that. I really don't. So people say, well, you got to be tough in business if you're going to survive or whatever. But I don't think you got to hurt people. And we're not here to do that. We want to operate from a place of integrity and transparency. So that being said, Here at Fresh Start Webinars, this is exactly what it does. It gives you a fresh start. I I get to share with you some ideas, some products, some services, opportunities that can help your business that I know really, products and services that I believe are working. They've either been tested and tried by myself or people that I trust that are using these products and services, and that will empower you to help you keep going. One of the things I always encourage people to do, and I've been asked this many, many times, what's the best route for me to take? And I ask this straightforward. Do you have a mentor? Do you have a coach? Do you have a consultant? Do you have someone that can, your sparring partner? Do you have someone that you can go to that understand and and is empowered in the industry? Do you have anybody like that in your life? And they said, well, no, I really don't have anybody like that. And I feel sad because I know that I do, and I know that I always will. I don't care if I live to be 120 years old. God help me. I want to be able to have people around me that know more than I do, and that can always help me to be better, to grow. I believe this with every fiber of my being. I believe in mastermind groups. I believe in having a wide arm span from continent to continent of people who are graced with certain creative force, certain creativity that can empower you and that can pour into you so that you can in turn pour into others. So what I wanted to do for you tonight and make available to those of you who can see the value in it is to make a service available to you, what I am calling the business kickoff package. And simply that what that is a 1 hour a week for 6 weeks of direct consultation. And I was on a webinar earlier tonight, and it is so true. When you make yourself a coach to somebody or a consultant, you are tying up your time for people who may or may not want it, who may do what you ask them to do and may not. So, and what this package includes, and it's not anything that's way off base from what you really need in a startup business or in a mid to moderate size corporation, because the services and products that we provide, actually they fit into even conglomerates, but conglomerates usually have in-house marketing and advertising firms working for them. You know that, and I know that. But for people who are building businesses online and realize that you have to have a presence online if you're going to thrive and not strive. You must have a brandable presence online, not just a website. A website with no one coming there and buying is no good. It's just a dead building, right? So you have to have some tools in your tool chest. And so what Fresh Start Webinars and I will do for you is to make sure that we bring to you on a weekly basis products and services that you can use in your treasure chest. Okay, and that these products and services have been tested. We know that they work, but you have to do them. There is no get rich quick overnight. You may see someone with a picture on Facebook or on their website, and they have all of this information up there, and they're saying, oh wow, they have this jet, they have this private jet, and they have all of this luxury home. And you may think, well, my God, I can have that too. And you can, but believe me, it's hard work behind business. It's just work. Okay, I don't care if you're a real estate investor. I don't care if you are affiliate marketer, online business personality. There is a lot of work behind everything, and you have to follow steps. You have to stick to it. So 6 weeks of online, 6 weeks of direct consultation in your business startup kick, and just to kick off your business. If you are in that place that some of you are, you're in that place of decision. Maybe you're between jobs, or maybe you have just lost your job, whatever it may be, this is for you. And again, this is not for everybody, but with that 6 weeks of consultation, you're also going to get 4 bonuses. I've added in email marketing made easy. You need to know how to do that. There are some laws that you have to abide by when you're sending people email. You have to know exactly what you're doing, and making sure that you get permission to send those emails out. We've got another product is called Easy Blogging. You can barely see that post for some reason, but Easy Blogging, we have that for you. We have a product for traffic for beginners. Is absolutely a phenomenal product that I think would truly help you in your business. I've taken a look at the product. Not only can you use that product for yourself, you can also use that product to help other people. You can use it as a product. And that's why I tied those. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the other one. And it's the online business management product that I want you to have as well. So these 4 products is part of the bonus for the 6 weeks of consultation and 1 hour per week that you will get when you sign up tonight for that kickoff package. For those of you that are in that place and you're wondering how you're going to get your business started, and the only shame that you have is never doing anything about it. Okay, so you get email marketing made easy, you get online business management, you get easy blogging, you get traffic tips for beginners, and that is because I knew that we needed that time to work with those products inside of that 6 weeks, and we will have it. It'll be school for you. You will be online with me. We will be walking you through. If you never set up a website, we're going to help you do that. If you don't know how to use WordPress, we'll help you do that. These products and services are for those who are ready to take their lives to the next level, not just your business, but your life to the next level. Do your family a favor. Do something with this precious time that you have available here on the planet. Maybe you have an 8-hour job, but you know what? A couple of hours a week, working with this, you'll find yourself being able to build a solid business online and a brand that will pay off in the long run, create a legacy. Because remember, the internet will be here for as long as the earth remains. I always say, put it out there because it'll outlive you as long as the earth remains. So you want to do that. So what I want you to do tonight, I want you to go over to freshstartwebinars.com. Let me put that up there for you. It's freshstartwebinars.com. Go over there, and seems to me we're missing a slide here, but not to worry. But just go over there to freshstartwebinars.com and click on your choice of payment. What I've done is that I decided to break it up into, and I'll go back and edit these slides because I really wanted that to be in there, but I really wanted everybody to have an opportunity who wanted the opportunity to purchase the business kickoff package. And that is that you can go in and you can pay a one-time payment. And keep in mind, this is education, 6 weeks, and I over deliver. I don't, if you got a question or you get stuck in a place, we want to get you unstuck. So an hour a week, we're going to come in and we're going to have our class so that you can get your website started, you can get your business up and going. So at the end of 6 weeks, you can soar off. And for that, we're putting a reduced, it is. I wish somebody had given me this for $97. $97 one time, and that's it. Okay? And for anybody who said, well, Dr. Faye, I only have half of that now. Can I pay half and half later? Yeah, I'm going to let that happen only because this is brand new. And I know on a business side, colleagues will say, I wouldn't do that. Not for that. I wouldn't do it. Not for no $97. But I'm going to do it. This is me. This is my brand. This is what I want to do. So for $50 down today, you can pay the other $47 within 30 days because you've only been in like 4 weeks at that time. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do it tonight. For those of you who signed up, I told you this was going to be a short webinar, and it is. So I want to thank you guys again for being with me tonight. Go over there right now. Jump on freshstartwebinars.com. Sign up for the 6 weeks of consultation and go ahead and get your business up and running, because now that you got some one-on-one coaching, there's no reason why you can't make this year the best year of your life with starting a business online. I'm Dr. Faye, and thank you for joining me tonight for Fresh Start Webinars. God bless you. Until next time, be well.